How are you so far today?
Doing good. Again, a nice start here in central Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Enjoyed yesterday being out and about. But again, it's this time of year. You're going to have some really beautiful days, and then we're going to get some of that much needed rain. And in fact, it is much needed rain after what you talked about yesterday when we were talking about the wildfires.
Yes, we need every bit of this. We're actually still in a very high fire danger right now through a majority of the state. So, no burning. We're still dry out there. Temperatures are still going to get mild today. We will hit the 60s, partly sunny skies, but everything's going to change this afternoon. The first change you're going to feel is the wind. In a wind advisory that starts at 1 o'clock this afternoon and lasts till 4 a.m. So it's going to start to get breezy first, and then it's going to get vicious. I'm talking you're going to want to secure down some outdoor items. If you put your patio furniture up already with that nice weekend we just had, you're going to want to bring it in or put it in the garage or anything you can do because winds are going to be sustained. That's a constant wind of about 30 miles per hour. And then gusts are going to peak at 45 to 50 miles per hour. And that's going to be across the state. I'm imagining a lot of power outages tonight. Yes. And heavy, heavy rainfall. Now, if you're headed south, I'm just going to give this quick shout out for anyone who's traveling to the southern part of the state. You have to worry about a little bit more severe storm chances there. And those storms are going to pack a punch of hail and also a tornado threat, too. I do have a bad feeling that some tornadoes are going to be starting in Iowa and rolling into Illinois and also southern parts of Wisconsin. So this is going to be late tonight after 8 p.m. So if you're down in that area, keep that in mind. Or if you have friends or family, please give them a heads up too. Otherwise, here for us in Wausau, we're just going to be battling those winds, like I mentioned, gusting up to 50 miles per hour. I think the worst of the wind is again going to be around 7 to maybe 10 p.m. And it'll start to ease after that. But winds, heavy rain, 1 to 2 inches of rain. And it's going to come in waves. There's going to be a first round of heavy rain that'll push in and some rumbles of thunder, maybe around 6 to 7 or so. Then we're going to get a little weird break. And after that break is when the stronger storms are going to fire up right around 8 to 9 p.m. More heavy downpours, strong winds still going there because what's happening is there's crazy strong winds way up high. And what's going to happen is with the rain coming down, it's going to mix those winds to the surface. And that's why we're seeing such big gusts possible. So 1 to 2 inches of rain is likely. That's a heavy hit of rain. So some localized flooding, some ponding on those roads, the good old as you're on the highway or some of those slanted roads, the water piles up on the side, it pulls your car. So 2 hands on the wheel kind of driving, get those mud boots, the umbrella. That's what we're in for.
I like your scientific technology, terminology. A weird break.
A weird break. I know it's going to be weird.
Your meteorological studies there. A weird break coming up in the early evening hours. But is there any chance of anything severe? Because as you said, when you have, again, the combination here, that's still early on with this dryness, you don't want to see that electricity. Is it going to be much lightning, or is this going to be mainly just rain?
I think there is going to be some lightning with this, though. So with the dry conditions in some areas, maybe a few little things might fire up, but the heavy rain should douse any of that. But yeah, I think there's going to be lightning here for us in Wausau. Severe, maybe. I don't think many are going to turn severe here. If it does, it's because of the winds. Because the way this system is lining up, it looks like a bow echo. And the apex of the bow, right, how do I describe that? Where it's most bowing or pushing kind of that's where you're going to see the strongest winds. And that could be severe warned if it moves through our area. But I do think that'll be more towards Wisconsin Rapids, Stevens Point. Yeah.
And finally, I guess once we go through this drencher, boy, things look really nice afterwards, don't they?
They do. We have a beautiful weekend ahead. So, I mean, the timing, like I mentioned last week, I'll take the sunshine on the weekend, but it's not going to be as warm. Not at all.
Okay, what are the ultimate details for this very active next couple of days?
Absolutely. So today, partly sunny, highs hit 60, winds start to whip by this afternoon around lunch. They're going to increase and get pretty vicious by tonight, and that's also when the storms are going to smack us. We're going to see gusts up to 50 miles per hour, heavy rain, 1 to 2 inches, some localized flooding definitely possible. If you live by the rivers, expect some rising as we go through the next few days. It takes a few days for that. For tomorrow, we'll still see scattered showers and thunderstorms still possible, but the severe threat is gone. It'll still be a wet Wednesday. Highs will be in the mid 50s. Winds will be gusting at about 35 miles per hour. So still pretty breezy, but not as vicious. Then by Thursday, we still stay cloudy. Winds are still a bit breezy, but they're calming down. And then the sun, finally, on Friday, we'll get to see it with a high of just 48 degrees. And we hang on to just the upper 40s for Saturday as well, but beautiful sunshine. And then by Sunday, we're going to try to hit the mid 50s again, staying sunny out there.
Very good. Great information. We'll make sure to keep an eye on the sky and try to
Yes.
stay firmly grasped on the ground through these big wind gusts later on today. But
Yes, put some rocks in your shoes.
exactly right. Brittany Merlot, thank you again.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye, Brittany.
Bye.
That is our meteorologist. Brittany Merlot joins us at 8:20 every weekday morning here on Bull Falls Radio, 98.9 and 1230. Right now in downtown Wausau, again, some clouds moving in, but otherwise fair skies and 45 degrees. The winds are out of the east at 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 23 miles per hour, so a wind chill factor of 40. The dew point is 27, relative humidity of 49%, the barometer at 30.08 inches, and a visibility of 10 miles. The time is 8:28. Coming up next, we are going to step outside the bubble. We're going to have a conversation with a conservative, Oliver Burrows, talk about some of the issues that we are dealing with and maybe have a discussion on what they're talking about and what they're saying over on the right. So, again, it's a